You ever walk past someone on the street, someone you barely notice, and wonder what their story is? I'm talking about the guy sitting under the bridge, tattered coat, eyes that see everything but say nothing, someone like Marcus Kane. For 2 years, Marcus was just another shadow in River Point, a city that's got no time for ghosts, especially not a homeless vet like him. But let me tell you, Marcus wasn't just drifting, was watching, waiting, carrying a secret that could burn this place to the ground. River Point's a city of glass towers and forgotten corners, where guys like Marcus blend into the cracks. He'd sit by the old pier, sharing stale bread with the gulls, his hands rough but steady, like they'd held a rifle longer than a coffee cup. Nobody paid him much mind, not the suits rushing to their high-rises, not the cops like Officer Dan Walsh, who'd shove him along with a sneer. "Move it, pal. You're scaring the customers." But Marcus, he'd just nod, those sharp gray eyes scanning every face, every car, like he was still on a mission. See, Marcus wasn't always invisible. He used to be Master Sergeant Kane, Special Forces, the kind of guy who could slip into a war zone and out before anyone blinked. But that was before Nathan Pierce, a real estate tycoon with a smile like a snake, testified against him, buried him under classified lies, and left him with a dishonorable discharge and a life on the streets. It started to unravel the day Pierce's face showed up on every billboard downtown, his new Harborview project, a shiny promise to rebuild River Point's waterfront. Marcus saw it from his spot by the pier, and something in him snapped, not loud, but quiet, like a fuse being lit. Pierce was the guy who'd sold him out, who'd walked free while Marcus lost everything: his career, his family, his name. Now here he was, back in Marcus's city, playing savior while bulldozing the homes of folks like those at the Water Street shelter. Marcus knew this wasn't just about condos. Pierce was hiding something bigger, something dark. He wasn't alone in noticing. Lena Carter, who ran Brew Haven Cafe, had been slipping Marcus coffee and sandwiches for months, not out of pity, but because she saw something in him, those eyes, too sharp for a guy living out of a backpack. Her kid, Jamal, 16 and full of fire, caught Marcus disarming a mugger one night in an alley, moving so fast it looked like a damn movie. Jamal started digging online, piecing together Marcus's past, while Lena kept her ear to the ground, hearing whispers of businesses burning down in Pierce's redevelopment zone. Then there was Officer Sarah Delgado, Walsh's partner, who started asking why a homeless vet had a file thicker than most felons, all of it redacted. And Dr. Eli Chun, who ran the shelter, saw Marcus calm a vet in a PTSD spiral with just a hum and a nod, like he'd done it 100 times. The truth came creeping out like shadows at dusk. Marcus wasn't just watching the streets, she was mapping them, noting every deal, every patrol, in a notebook he kept hidden. One night, he slipped into Pierce's construction site, moving like a ghost past guards and cameras. What he found wasn't condos, it was bunkers, deep underground, wired for something that screamed military, not civilian. Blueprints showed power systems for weapons, autonomous ones, the kind that pick their own targets. Marcus remembered those weapons from a mission gone wrong, the one Pierce had pinned on him, the one that killed his brother, Caleb. Things got messy fast. Pierce's goons started targeting anyone close to Marcus. They torched Lena's cafe trash cans as a warning, snatched Jamal off the street to scare him quiet. But Jamal, that kid's got guts, she posted a sketch of Pierce online, calling out his shady past. It went viral, and suddenly River Point was buzzing, protesters chanting "Kane lives" outside Pierce's hotel. Sarah Delgado dug deeper, finding payoffs to cops like Walsh, who was on Pierce's payroll to clean the streets of witnesses. Dr. Chin got nabbed in a fake sweep of the shelter, and Marcus knew time was running out. So he pulled together his crew: Lena, Jamal, Sarah, Chun, and even Tara Reid, a tech genius from his old unit, thought dead but alive, scarred, and hell-bent on exposing Pierce. They planned a hit: crash Pierce's secret arms deal and free the shelter folks. Jamal hacked security feeds, Lena rallied protesters, and Sarah redirected cops. Marcus and Tara, with a device to kill Pierce's systems, slipped into the site. It was chaos: alarms blaring, guards scrambling, protesters clogging the entrance. Marcus fought his way to the power junction, disabling the bunker's defenses, while Tara broadcast Pierce's own words: admitting to illegal weapons to the feds. The showdown came in Pierce's command center. Marcus took out his guards like they were nothing, just muscle memory kicking in. Pierce, sweating through his fancy suit, tried to play it cool. "You're still that same grunt, Kane, chasing ghosts," he sneered, hand inching toward a detonator. "This city's mine." Marcus didn't flinch. "You built it on lies, Nathan. That ends tonight." Tara's voice cut through, locking out Pierce's systems, and Marcus had him pinned before he could blink. Feds stormed in, cuffs on Pierce, his empire crumbling as cameras rolled. 3 months later, Marcus stood tall in his old uniform, medals back where they belonged, his name cleared. Lena rebuilt her cafe, bigger, with Marcus living upstairs. Jamal got into an FBI program, inspired by the guy he called a hero. Sarah led a new anti-corruption unit, and Chin's shelter grew, helping vets like never before. Pierce. He's rotting in a cell, his lies exposed. Marcus still walks by that pier sometimes, but now kids salute him, and he smiles, just a little. Was it the uniform that made him a hero, or the man who kept fighting when the world forgot him? What do you think? When does someone's past stop defining them? Drop a comment, share your take, and if this hit you, pass it on. There's more stories like Marcus's out there, waiting to be told.